Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Boo Grand Speaker channel. I'm glad you came back. Look up at the sky. Little Dave Matthews, how's it going? Just thought I'd come on and say thanks to everybody. It turned out way better than I thought. And I'm sorry, Dana. I was going to play that again at the end, and I forgot. And then when I got to the end, I didn't know how to ask how to do it. It was fun. I'm guessing we might do more of those, huh? They did that really well. Nana and Victoria work really good together. Right you are. Well, my version. I never play it like the band, but other musicians can hear it. and definitely, hey Tracy, how's it going? And definitely, Tommy always knows Dave. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's a pretty recognizable tune. That's why I end up playing the same bands because I like the licks that you can hear without the song, without singing. That's when you know it's a shitty song. When you have to hear a singer sing it, otherwise you don't even know what the hell they're doing. Start with a mandolin. Mandolin's a little easier. It makes more sense than guitar. Guitar's pretty rough, and it's a lot harder on your fingers. You got to get calluses on your fingers. Once you do, then it doesn't hurt because you don't really feel it. But you got to get the calluses, and it hurts for a while. The bananas. Hey, what's up, Dave? I was just coming on to say thanks to everybody who gave, and I realized after the show, it's like, crap. Tommy and Tracy's live was. I bet they canceled it. I'm like, crap. I didn't even think about it. We were just trying to get ours all together. We didn't. We barely got it done at all. So I'm just glad I couldn't believe how many people showed up. We promoted it for a couple days, and that really helped. But I'm just glad. It's just cool to know Jennifer's going to get a nice Christmas present for herself and her kids, and pay all the bills and be good for a little while. And then when the stimulus comes in, she can just buy whatever. Maybe she buy a new car or something with the stimulus. But we gave her more than the stimulus package would. And it was fun. 4 hours flew by. When you're giving away, it flies by anyway. But when you're giving away stuff, I couldn't believe how much money someone paid for all the silver. I had to keep adding. I'm probably gonna add more. I feel it's a lot of money for how cheap I got it back in 2003. That was one of those bad choices. I bought silver. Well, and it wasn't a really bad choice because I didn't spend as much money probably, but because silver was like $8-10, I can't remember, and gold was like $360. It's like, oh, I don't want to buy gold. I'll just buy silver. I should have bought the gold. Oh well. And the great things to give out as stocking stuffers or presents. It's always nice to have some of those around to give out. Like what do women call it? The closet gifts. I learned that word when I was in my networking group. It's like, that's a good idea. Just like random stuff that you could give gender, not gender specific to. Yeah, you missed it. Thanks, Tracy. I appreciate how much y'all do for you and Tommy do for the rest of the community. Yeah, I thought the auction was really good. I starting off with Dave put out some great stuff, and then you got Commonwealth Picker, and it was just like boom, 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 and everybody was, and we didn't even ask, but everybody was throwing up reseller lots. It wasn't just like small things and stuff you could actually sell on eBay and make some money. Who was it? Joe Philly Picker threw up that T84 Plus, still in the box. I bid on that, and I'm like, I can't. You can flip that tomorrow and have the money in your account tomorrow. Like, and he's always sending out stuff, so he'd ship it out quick to you. Hey, what's up, West Side? Yeah, I got there at the end. I was driving all day. What is it? My Dr. Pepper, isn't it? Yeah, Dr. Pepper. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that Dr. Pepper cotton candy. I'll send it to you. It's kind of too big for me anymore. It was kind of, I guess it's probably 15 years old now. It's crazy how fast some things become vintage that you felt like you bought yesterday. Hey, what's up, Chris? You got the did you get the basketball cards from Anthony? Thanks for bidding, and you were jumping in there bidding quite a bit. I appreciate it. I know you won at least one lot. I just can't remember which one it was. If anybody likes auctions, make sure you sign up with Westside Gary. Yeah, I don't think I'm really going to have auctions. I just wanted to do that for a benefit. I mean, I might. Who knows what happens with the everything going on? But my flea market booth and my antique mall booth make it where I don't really have to have auctions. But it does take some work. Where are your hours at, Dave? If anybody wants to help someone out and run Dave's stuff in the background, just make sure you have the sound on, because I think YouTube. I think you can turn it off on your computer, but you can't turn it off on the actual page. You can't mute the. It won't give them the hours. I've heard that. I don't, and that was T, I think, that said it. So she knows what she's talking about most of the time. No, I've never. She always does. So run his, because he's getting close to. I'm sure he's getting close to the 4K mark. He's probably got about 3, and he can start getting monetized. So when he runs lives, people can throw him $5 and add it up, and eventually get that $100 coming in. Prime time, yeah, that's right. You get the first one. That was cool. That Trish got him to come in. Oh, no worries. It was fun. I can't believe how much came in. Everybody had such great reseller lots. It was awesome. And obviously everybody, shoot, I don't think I've ever had more than 25 people in my chat, in my live. And I think we had upper 60s at one point. It's funny because there was so many people in the chat and there were so many comments. It broke loose all these algorithm stuff on the stats that usually never show up, because I don't have enough people to give it any time to figure it up for me, I guess. But they figured up all these new algorithms and stats, and it was like, whoa, that was cool. It shows you like how many comments are on the chat at all the times and stuff. There were so many at the very beginning when everybody's greeting each other, because everybody was so happy to be here, and excited to see each other. How about that? Was neat. I didn't know. Thanks, Jennifer. Like always, don't feel like you're obligated to be everybody's moderator. Just do what you normally do. But we just want to show you our appreciation, because we know it's something. It's not easy, or we'd all be helping out. Close to 3K. Yeah, cool. I figured you were. It's a lot harder. I'm not even at 2K yet. So I make a lot of short videos. So I'm not really worried about it. Right on. That's awesome. Sweet. Gary shipped out my package, lickety split. I appreciate that. That's what I like about Pirates auctions and Locker Nuts, and Paul Antonelli always does too. They always ship quick. T shins quick. Some people hold it, and it's like, well, resellers, we kind of, if you have an item you can sell in 2 days on eBay, like just because you price it right. If it takes 5 to 15 days to get to you, well, not 5, but a lot of times it's like 10. It's been 10 to 20. It's hard to make your money back, and you're going to hurt yourself. I think that's one of the best things you can do for a bunch, because we're resellers. It's not like you just send it to someone that's just kind of waiting on a package. We want to turn it. So when you're selling to the reseller community, I think, it's like media mail. I'd rather give me the option. I'll give you an extra $10, $20, honestly, if it's a big item, because they beat the crap out of it. They must hate media mail. They just beat the crap out of it. And it takes forever, right? Especially anymore. But I understand you get some pretty good discounts on some of that really heavy stuff. But FedEx and they've been doing really well with competing recently. I don't know what's up with that. Thank you, Jen. Sweet. Thanks for everybody showing up again. I was just wanting to chit chat. I'm going to go run the dogs here in a little bit. Cajun's got some good videos. I like he likes kind of same stuff. Like, Chris, how does I don't really sell plush on eBay because it goes so good in my booths. And plush is one of those things that draws people in because plush are usually colorful and cool looking, catches your eye. They sell so fast, especially my Tiggers. But I've mainly had just I did have some Looney Tunes sell. I had Tasmanian Devil, and it was a talking thing, but mostly just Disney. And that stuff goes so fast. So I was just going to wonder, what's the plush that you look for the most if you're just going through and looking? And is Disney like one of the top ones? I was just wondering. 15 holiday questions. Cool. Like always, Jen's doing work. And I was happy too because I was selling that silver, and I like being a reseller. I like the auctions where you bid high enough and add on, add on, add on. So that's what I was doing with my silver, and I just kept going because they were giving too much. And then I was worried because I didn't see that person in the chat, and I had never seen that name before. And I'm like, I'm hoping he pays. And all of a sudden they were like, no, that's Danica's husband. I'm like, sweet. It goes back to someone, I'm glad because it's good silver. You could probably grade some of that stuff. And it's good to know it goes back to someone that'll appreciate it. It's in the family. The Blue Wrench was funny. That was good stuff. I wish we could have hidden it a little better. We weren't real coordinated, but that was funny. What's up, Harry? Yes. I don't think about it much. I don't even look at myself in the mirror. That's scary. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Louis? Thanks for coming on and chit chatting with everybody and being positive um, and putting in, Disney. What's BAB? Any video game? Yeah, I have a SpongeBob. I wonder how fast that thing's gonna go. BAB. BAB. Beanie Babies? No. Yeah, that's right. Disney. I had like 20. I bet I had 25 Tiggers from this one garage sale last year, and there was like 70 more of them. I got them so cheap. It was like 25 bucks. Plus, I got all kinds of other things that I sold for probably 50. So the Tiggers were free. And they were selling even on eBay for 15, 20 bucks. But I put them in my booth because I was getting more money from my booth, and they were going quicker. So Tiggers, people like their Tiggers. They sell faster than the Winnie the Poohs. I was kind of surprised, but he's a character, and the orange and the stripes. It's colorful. It's cool. Yeah, I got some new subs. I think from doing the auction, which I thought about it later. I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. So it's cool that people might watch a little bit more of my stuff. And wait. I missed Jennifer's. Where's your comment? Yeah, Chip. Now, yeah, no. Where did Jennifer's comment go? Crap. I get behind. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So did you enjoy your visit? Yes. I went up there, got there about 11, ate dinner. We went on a big long hike with everybody except my mom. Um, it was a pretty, I bet the elevation was probably 400 feet, and it was pretty steep. I took the dogs and they were pulling me. That was a lot of work. I was just holding the dogs back. And you get to the bottom, there was a big rocky waterway, and it's been dry, so we got to walk in it. And it's okay, man. So it was a lot of fun. And then I hung out for dinner, and then left after having dinner with everybody, and got to see my nephews. It's been since Christmas, and it's been tough. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a good personality for YouTube. Yeah, I had it. I was. She sent it to me on Instagram. I was supposed to play it again, but like 4.5 hours, my brain wasn't working very good. I'm serious, and I don't usually run into that problem. It's like I've used up all the mental energy I had, and thank God for. And I wasn't even doing much except messing up the picture because I'm not very good with having three or four on like that and having to switch back and forth. I felt bad as making people sick. Oh, whatever, Harry. Are you going live sometime this weekend? Dang it. I'd rather do that and watch football, right? It's 55 out, so I'm gonna go play, but tomorrow it's supposed to be cold. Thanks. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I was hoping that people weren't going to be giving away stuff. As a reseller, you don't mind giving something, but you hope it goes for a little bit so the cause gets some of the money. Because I've seen some auctions where it's like, you know. Um, so it was nice having Victoria had 2 days in her morning show. She got to promote it, which I think helped the most. And she kept throwing up the link to get, which it was hard to not tell anybody about Jennifer. It was for Jennifer because we wanted it to be a surprise. We didn't want you to poo-poo it before we started it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hear you. How you feeling? Are you? But yeah, Dana's song was awesome. I watched it again today. Um, I watched a little bit. I watched some of the highlights of the live, and I love how Victoria's so like how she laughs and bubble. She's just bubbly, and that's just so nice. It's we don't have a lot of bubbly people on here. And Nana did all that work. She did a lot of the coordinating with like Dom and Commonwealth, and I should have reached out to a couple other people that probably would have put some stuff in if they would have known. But we had plenty. We were running. I had people in the waiting room for quite a while. Tracy had that huge. I wanted to buy that thing of jewelry because I know I could just put it up in my booth and sell it slowly in my antique ball booth in the glass cages and sell it probably really fast. Because I know Monet is good. It's about one of the only things I know. and and look for what 925 silver. Oh, maybe I missed a live. I guess. Well, I'm glad you get to have a. You better. at least put 10% of that and make sure you give yourself a nice present this year. And the rest go to whatever. But make sure you splurge on yourself a little bit. Maybe use it for auctions, huh? And I know you don't really like doing the whole watching auctions too much. You were drilling over that bag, yeah. I figured you were, and then honestly, I was hoping to go cheap because I was going to send it to you, but it didn't work because I wanted to see the unboxing because I want to know how to. I need to learn more about jewelry. It just sells too well in those booths. Because I look, there's people around me that have them, and stuff sells quick, and it's priced pretty high. I mean, I don't know what the statistics are of who spends more money. When it comes to like what we're selling, I bet it's women. When I'm in my flea market booth and I'm putting stuff up, I'm always surprised because I realize with all my sports stuff, I'm kind of it, it if women are buying it, it's probably for presents only. So I don't really have. I need to modify that a little bit. Maybe get another booth. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, I was in an OBX picker, had some great lots, and everybody did really. What Anthony put up those basketball cards, you could probably double that on eBay tomorrow. Get your money back tomorrow. That was pretty awesome. I, I forget who won it. I thought it was Chris, but I guess not. I know he must have been. I think he was bidding on it. I remember him bidding on it. There was a few things that T84 Plus in the box. That's what probably is going to sell for the most money is the Dolly Parton original still wrapped. Like that's ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know. You know, that's it's probably one of a kind. You're not going to find that very often. And there's collectors just like video games. That's why video games sell so well. A lot of collectors like to have a sealed one. They like to have one to play, and then if they really like it, they want to have it through all the, all the way back to NES, clear to GameCube, or vice versa. What? Right on. Sounds good. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't see anybody promoting it. I guess I haven't been watching Mama's. I don't. I don't do jewelry, so I don't really know. I keep saying that because I got to cure that. I sound like an idiot. Ah, coffee. Um, it was cool, Kevin, with the signature and the first generation, first edition coffee mug. I think our Vandalay, I'm pretty sure got that. He'd appreciate it more than just about anybody. Him and Troy. And no, hour and 20 minutes. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, if I'm not careful, it'll happen. I'll just sit here and talk. But I'm gonna go play with the dogs. Let them go run a little bit. Cora's leg still gets hurt. She picks it up and picks one of her back legs up. It sucks. And I don't know. Went to the doctor. They said she's fine. No structural damage. And I don't know if it's cramping up or I don't know, arthritis. I don't know. Because it goes away in like less than 5 minutes. It's strange. It's still up. Cool. I was wondering. Does anybody know what's it up to? I know it's over 3. because I put it up. I put it up in a live last night somewhere because I know some people might have missed it. A lot of people know Jennifer in our community. Because we only got like a few more hours before it goes away, though. I guess we got till like 7. I think it's 48 hours. It was fun. Like I'm a preacher's son, so I remember whenever I always thought it was so cool. My dad had a food pantry that he kind of did on his own. He put a lot of his own money into it. Anytime at the store, you see, a few of the things that like macaroni and cheese, chicken noodle soup. When they went on real good sale, we'd buy up a bunch of that and stock up on it. Generic crackers and stuff that would stay, toilet paper and things like that too. And he would go witness to people, and out in the country, there's a lot of really mad people, with kids, and so the way to anybody's heart is give them free food, free uh, supplies, and you could turn the biggest a-hole dad into an all right. And there's this one kid, he was smart, and we would go pick him up. It was like 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes from our house. It was a pretty good drive for my dad on Sunday when he's got all this stuff going on. He goes and picks him up, takes him back, and I'd ride with him. And one of the brothers, we always knew it was he was going to make it, kind of deal, because I mean he was growing up in a bad house, and he ended up going through college, and I think right out of college went to the FBI, and he's been in the FBI for, well, at least the FBI for over 15 years now. So I think it was kind of cool to see how like that kid probably wouldn't have made it out if my dad hadn't reached out and made him realize there's other people than when you're inundated with that life 98% of your life, you don't know much different. And then when you see that other things can be different, you want to make, and a smart kid like that, he made something happen better than I did. Yeah, my dad's bad. Well, he's not practicing. He worked for the Baptist Home for the last 8 years. He worked for the Baptist Association for probably another 8 years. He hasn't had a church in a while. He'd rather preach, honestly. But still in shock. Yeah, well, get over it. I think it'd be fun to do that again for somebody, if anybody ever wants to do something like that, contact me and Victoria and Nana. And yeah, I think we could do kind of the same deal again. I think it ran smooth. I've learned that a long time ago. I don't know what the hell I was doing. So I just jump in, make sure I have some other people that know what they're doing so they can always reprimand me and go with it. And it went okay. It was a little touch and go at the beginning. I was making myself sick, flipping us all around. But I kept trying to get a different angle. I was trying to get them big and us small, and I didn't know how to get the auction person. I think y'all know what I mean. But StreamYard, usually I just have one person on or two, Oh yeah, Harry, I'm one away from 800. I did see that this morning. I don't usually pay attention to it anymore because I'm like, I need good subscribers. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. It was a way to end it, having Tracy at the end. I think good point. I think Tommy put that in the chat. I think I read that in the chat. It's like how better of a way to end it than Tracy, something like that. If you want to jump in for a minute, Harry, unless you're on call and you can't. My Chiefs are playing the Broncos tomorrow. I hope they kick the crap out of them. Longtime Chiefs fan, you hate the Broncos. They've been good a lot of that time, and they used to beat our butts a lot. So it's nice to whip them for the last 4 or 5 years. Whip them pretty good. Oh, man. It's amazing how fast you can get out of shape. I ran 150 miles August, the month of August. That was 31 days. So, I mean, but it was the most I'd ever ran. And I was the skinniest I've ever been. Just no body fat. And my dog, my youngest pup, Cora, got hurt. And so I had to stop running so much because I felt guilty. I didn't want to leave her at home and stuff. And so I really haven't. And since I stopped, my mowing stops being really hard. I don't have long days, so I'll just go out for 3 hours or so. So it's not hard at all. And so the combination of both those things, it's amazing how fast you gain weight and lose what you've gained in 3 months. That Samson and Delilah thing doesn't seem that far off anymore. Yeah, Tracy was funny. For sure. And Lewis, he put that Daryl Strawberry ball up there to autograph, and it was PSA 9. That's and if I remember right, the gold writing, it never, for whatever reason, it never stays a complete. Um, it breaks, if you know what I mean. And so that's why it doesn't. 9 is like a good grade for gold ink, is what I'm getting at. And Daryl Strawberry was a great player that had injuries and liked to snort a lot of cocaine and hump hookers. So he had a shorter career than most. But people still want his autograph. But I think Victoria got that for like 75 or $80. I was in on it for like till 75, I think. Yeah, because that was a great one. So I was just surprised about how many good items. I mean, I was hopeful, but I've seen some auction benefits from like, people were just kind of throwing money in just because they felt bad. They were gonna. It was almost like, well, I was gonna donate something anyway. Might as well get something out of it, kind of deal. But people were really actually. Mr. Bislot came in and threw in what $130, just pop. That was awesome. I'm looking forward. I bet there's some. I don't know if Tracy's listening. I bet there's some big YouTubers that do auctions that are kind of scared of Mr. Bislot's auctions because he has awesome stuff. Like everything is awesome. There's no junk in it. And he has so much stuff. He could have a day where it's just like 2 categories so people know what they're getting into. He he could kind of dominate the auctions if he wants. In my opinion, he might want to start 2 channels and have someone running the others. I bet it feels good for him to because he's such a he's like Harry Humstone being such a collector, but he also has enough money to buy, and he likes to flip fast. So I think he's gonna love this because he's gonna have more cash on hand to buy big, huge lots, and he gets chances at more of them now anyway. Yeah, me, me too, Jennifer. I mean, I was super grateful for sure. I bet there was just people just donating. Well, I mean, I was in a networking group for about 5 years. Every year there was like 25 of us. There was like 50 different groups in this whole chapter or whatever. So there was like almost 1,000 people, and every year we would put all of our donations for Christmas into Toys for Tots. And you look around, like every bank, every school, everybody's giving Toys for Tots. I'm like, can't we give to something else? You know, I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool, but I mean, most of those kids need food more than toys anyway. And I think there should be more than one option of where everybody puts their money. Um, so I think there's a lot of us out there who would rather put our money to someone we know. You know what I mean? Keep it in the family. Your KFC logs? I guess I don't know what you're talking about. KFC logs. What is that, Dave? KFC. Does anybody else know what that means? Oh, like they're logs you burn in the fire that smells like KFC? Well, I guess that right, and that's weird. Huh. Hey, to each their own. I just worry about the flu. How bad is it worse that's crazy. I guess I don't eat fast food, but I would probably want the Burger King one, like the charcoal smoked with cheese touching on the fire. That's funny. KFC logs. What next? Should do like popcorn or buttered popcorn, the movie theater popcorn, cotton candy. The flu, you think there's more crap that might come out of it if they're adding additives to wood to make it smell. You might be more trash that comes out of the smoke is all I'm thinking. What up, David? How you doing, brother? I haven't been watching much of the other. I've been kind of busy this last little bit. My booths are stocked and full. I swear, it's so funny about the booths. What I think's not going to sell sells. Maybe it's because I put a good price on it or something. I got like 20 Michael Jordan cards, 3 Shaq rookies, about 10 other Shaq cards, 4 or 5 Bowman tobacco cards from like 1949. Some, what else? Some Pokemon. And then he had a Matt Holliday, like a photograph that was a cool picture of him hitting a home run in Camden Yards. You could see Camden Yards in the background. It's all the brick and stuff. It's a real cool picture. And there was something else, but anyway, and there's a Bryce Harper picture, and I don't like Bryce Harper at all in the Phillies uniform. And I put it for $5.95 in my booth, and it sold yesterday. And I paid $20 for all that stuff. So, uh, you know, 15 more bucks, and I've already come ahead, and I got free Jordan cards and free 19, like one of the 1949 Bowman tobacco cards was Bobby Thompson. So it's even a name that people recognize. So that was one of those. That was the best, second best garage sale of my summer. Hey, what up, Jesse? Thanks for all you did. Thanks for all the money you threw in. That was awesome. I know you got some good stuff too. That you were the one that got the record, didn't you? The sealed freaking 1960s. I'd never even seen that record cover before, so it must be a rare one in the first. That probably thing, I bet you could sit on it for $500 and just let it sit there and it'll sell. And $400, it'll probably sell quick. That was awesome of Adam, because we all know that new old stock sealed is awesome, but when it comes to records, when it was like the first, what do you call it, the first pressing, oh my, still sealed, and someone like Dolly Parton, oof. That might be, honestly, it's sad to say this, but I think she's going to last forever. But 10 years from now, when she dies, it'll be worth double. It's unfortunate. I don't like to think that way, but it's also the truth. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Jesse's the one that bought that pearl necklace from the hoarder. What's her name? Borderish hoarder. I love that name. Um, what a cool set! And you sent it to Mom and G, and it was cool because I'm glad I didn't win it. It was going to go to my mom, but I'm glad it went to Mom and G. It stays in the family, because it was like her personal piece, which was something she actually wore a lot. So I thought that was really neat. Thanks for coming in the other night, and I appreciate you. Yeah, I was watching Jesse's video today, going through. I kind of like. I just like the going through storage units videos. There's not a lot of them out there anymore. People kind of, the ones that did it got kind of big, and now they don't do those anymore, which I understand. I've seen that happen with a lot of them. There was one day I remember Cincinnati Picker was talking. And he said he had like 300 and something listings on eBay. I'm like, what? It's hardly anything. So it's almost like he's just focused on YouTube. It takes a lot of work. Whoa. On auction even, so it would have went 200 if you would have had it buy it now. So yeah, just sealed, it's probably 500. That's awesome. I love our community, especially because we're given, but you get something back. It's awesome. Dan the Answer Man, Dana, when you gonna have another? I like that game. It sucks me in. I can't even get to. You need to give us a break. You need to give us a 30-second break so we can go bathroom, so we can get something to eat. I can't even make my food, but I have to play. Facts. Three. Sounds good. What up? What up? Thanks for slipping on by. We were just talking about the auction, how nice everybody was throwing in all that stuff. We were pretty excited. We really were shooting for. I thought 1,000 would be good. We set it at 800. Oh well. Guess it worked out. I hope. It was my idea, but Nana did most of the work. So, and Victoria did a lot of the work on the live, and I just sat there. So I didn't really do anything. Uh, When's Tom? When are you guys? You doing another auction next week or something? You're doing it with someone T. Yeah. If it wasn't for Danny May and Jennifer, I may not have stayed in our community at the very beginning. That's the thing I think the other people don't understand, because most of the moderators are paying attention to the chat, and so they're the most inviting people when you come in. When I was new, they were always so nice, and it made you engage. They kind of almost make you engage with them in a weird way, but nicely. So there's probably a lot of us that don't even remember why, but I about guarantee you one of them said hi to you. Right on. Next week. Jesse, they're not having an auction. Um, it's a little joke we have. Connie Johnson steals all my records anyway. And then she shows them off in her background just to rub it in my face. She got the Tom Cruise collection back there. I bet I bid on at least half of that collection behind her. At least. I believe that. I always remember, because you're kind of nervous when you first, joined a community. I hadn't really been in any community, so I didn't know how the lives even work. And Danny May was always so nice, and I remember you being so nice. And a lot of the people still, there's a lot of people that don't even do lives at all. I mean, Victoria, just till recently, I rarely saw her in anybody else's live, except the one she was doing. But so it's nice. I don't know. I just remember it made it a lot easier to hang out. Yeah, Connie is a beast. She's real nice, and I even said something to her one time about I'm like, "You steal my records," and I said something like "bah," just to make sure they don't take it wrong. And she goes, "Well, the ones I don't always keep them all. I give a lot of them to the local something because she's just giving it to people that would appreciate it." And I'm like, made it easier. You're like, "Oh, well, she's awesome." Truth. That is facts. Yeah, there was one day I was in storage stalkers, and I worded. I'm sure you've done this too. I probably put too much, and they're trying to read through everything, and they didn't word it right. And I said something like, "Actually, West Side's auction's canceled," and I quickly said something like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," and then I said something else about, it's a great auction. You need to check them out. Someone need to throw up their link, and she read it and she goes, They're canceled our auction," and then she just went on, and I was like, "No, no." They didn't cancel. And then like everybody was asking like, "Well, we thought you were," and I was like, "Oh crap, gotta be careful what you say." I'm like, "No, I even told Record Crate Adam about Tom Cruise, and that's been months ago before I really even knew, you know, Adam or anything. And I'm the one. That's not just telling your competition; it's telling the big store about where you get your stuff. Yeah, truth. Yeah, and Mookie Pookie. I love how Mookie always says hi to Bonnie. Um, and we're all there's some human qualities that we just can't get around. We all like a little recognition. We like to be seen. Facts. Me too. And also too, like moderators were big this whole time I've been doing it, but since they took away the three dots, it is massive. Because otherwise, people they're not going to go type it in and go look for you. They're just not going to, especially because I hate they took that away. Thanks, Tom. Take it easy, bro. Yeah. I was like, no, no, I didn't say no. I was joking. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about halfway through and I jumped on here, which I shouldn't do. Need to watch all the way through. Yeah, it was weird that I had enough people in the chat that I actually got a bunch of stats to come up that never come up. I thought that was hilarious. It actually showed me the ages and male and female. So it was like 60% male, no, 56% male, 58, something like that. And all 30 to 55-year-olds, of course. And 80% of the people who were watching were from the US. So that's kind of cool to know that 20% of the watch time was people watching that. And I didn't say it. I remember thinking I should have that Funky Fluffy or nobody was in, but like didn't want to mess with the international shipping. Most people were going to pay the shipping free and give an item. Sending it overseas would have been tough. Yeah, I agree. But social media does help. Instagram's a good one for resellers because you can direct people there with your hashtags, and there's a lot of resellers on there that don't go to YouTube. So you can hashtag them into your spot. You have some cool items. I like putting my cool items up there that I sell, a picture of them, and then sending them a link to my YouTube to the videos, and then that works pretty well. I've gotten quite a few that way. Um, but otherwise, like Facebook, I wouldn't. You know, I bet I have two Facebook friends out of 1,000 that watch my videos. Literally, like I don't know what that's about. But also too, whenever you try to, I do share my videos a lot of times to Facebook, but both of them's algorithms are made to set up where they don't want you to leave Facebook. So then they're not going to promote your live, you know, because it's against what they want you to do. So um, it doesn't really give you much. But on Instagram, you can hashtag your way into a lot of new people, especially if you're selling single stitch um, clothes. Man, that there's a whole community on Instagram, and they pay a lot more money than eBay. Yeah, you're passing the Facebook. Yeah, and there's been some groups I joined up. I'm like, yeah, I'll join up in some of these groups, and they're moderated and they keep some stuff out. Eventually, they all start talking about politics and stuff. I'm like, what is this? And then you're getting all these notifications. Just you end up just getting rid of it. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was definitely. I can't remember how many watch hours it was. 340 or something like that. So it's definitely the most watch hours I've had on a video. Um, there was like 60 something people that were there at once. I'm just glad, like, I didn't even think about it. We ran over on Tommy and Tracy's her normal show, and they didn't go live, which probably helped us out a lot because there'd have been people over there on their channel. So that was really sweet of them to cancel theirs. So, and I just didn't think about it. not until after the show. I realized that later. I'm like, oh. So it's nice that there's a bunch of good YouTubers that were here. There were some people creeping. I know there was some bigger YouTubers creeping in the that I knew they were going to be there watching. And it's weird about the community. It's changed a lot. When I first started watching, it was all about the pre-recorded videos, and that's all you ever saw. Then the lives got popular whenever the shutdown, I think, happened. I think it was because of those auctions. They had those longer lives, longer times to talk. Because people go to those auctions, you could tell some of those auctions have like 120 people in it, and there's like 7 people bidding. So there's a lot of people just watching, just hanging out, listening to people chit chatting, which I understand. But if you're an auction guy and or a woman and you're selling stuff, you see 100 and something in the chat. There's kind of like 7 bidders. You're like, for all your auctions, that'd be tough. Yeah, Dana's games. Come on, let me whip your ass. Come on over. Fake book, yeah. It's just funny. It's like adults think that kids are on Facebook. Like they're not on. They haven't been on Facebook for a long time. You put them on there, but they're pictures. That's about it. Does anybody know what the GoFundMe's at right now? I know it was over 3K. Well, some of them that are like, when you got 60,000 to 100,000 subscribers, if you say anything, you almost disrupt the auction. And I think that's why they do it. Because I know there was a couple that are in here that just wanted to be there to support, and they probably put some money in. But I've seen that, like Matt, part-time picker, or Kevin, Commonwealth, they get in there and people bombard them, and it kind of ruins what's going on in the live. Not that they don't like it, but I'm not big enough to know. There's birds chirping when I get in there, except Jen. I see Jen all the time. I need to figure out Twitch. I need to know how to mess with that a little bit better. Yeah, Dan, she's still dropping links. Don't feel obligated. We didn't do it to make you feel like that's your job, but we just appreciate it. Yeah, truth. Subs is everybody always talks about that. You go see these. Like I like to watch Nick Nimmin, and everybody goes, How do I get more? How do I get more subs?" I'm like, and there's a lot of these guys that know all about the algorithms and tags and the SEO. Like you still got to put out good videos. The algorithms don't matter if you don't have a good video. People study about all the technical parts of it, but don't really practice the videos and do them and try new things. I guess I'm guilty of that a little bit too, but it's like there's too many people think it's all about that. When you also, I think you got to be real. You can't. People can smell fake, you know. Running out on you. Well, you just get like a free amount of time. Oh, they're deleting songs. Oh, something about copywriting, maybe. That's what I like about YouTube is I can teach, which I'm sure you guys understand that. One of the reasons I wanted to do YouTube in the first place was to teach people what I teach people what I know on guitar. And as long as I don't throw up sheet music, I wouldn't get copyrighted. And that's why me playing songs, I'm not going to get copyrighted doing the intros the way I do it. But if it's, and it makes sense if it's coordinated by them, produced, all that stuff they paid, and then you use that production of it. It's better to get it taken down than sued by them. You know what I mean? I think I put it in there. I give them accreditation, but I don't even think you have to. But I do it anyway, just in case. Well, that sucks because it's gonna get shut down. Yeah, Dana said it. Well, it depends. Videos are bad. Why? Well, you don't just because maybe you don't cut and stuff. I don't think you really need to. You know what I mean? I don't. It's like it's funny. I could like go look at other communities, and you could tell a lot by watching one video. Like the coin people. Those are the worst videos you ever watch. They're terrible. Um, and you like go to gamers and some of them, they're good because they kind of have to be. But ours is more about like get the information. We just want the information, and it's like some people say like Matt part time picker. He's no fun. He's kind of he needs to be more upbeat. I don't care, and that's not what I want. I want good information. He gives me awesome information. I know what I'm getting. I love it. If I don't need someone being cheerleader for me to keep me around. Woohoo! But everybody wants something different. Some people want that, and in general, YouTube says they do, so they're probably right. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thanks for slipping in and throwing in that money the other day. I'm sure you were busy. Uh, I'm just glad a lot of people got the word out. I didn't do a very good job. I was just trying to set it up. I didn't promote it the best, but Victoria did so good. I think it was 2 days in her lives in the morning, and that helped. I did get it. I think someone said I got over 800 subscribers today, maybe. Getting messages. Sorry. Would you come mow my leaves? I hate mulching leaves. It's so disgusting. They're always dirty and nasty and ugh. Truth. Yeah, Dana better stop dropping links. We'll have to do something for her. It was fun. I had a good time. I doubt I ever do auctions. I can't compete with Mr. Buys a Lot. Mr. Sells a Lot. I think you should change your name, Mr. Sells a Lot. You got good auctions. I mean, you rarely go to an auction on YouTube and you're seeing $100, $100 to $200 every time. But that's what resellers want, especially this time of year. There's no garage sales. And I don't know about Mr. Buys a Lot, but I know in January, February, I had great sales last year on eBay, and it was always like that when I was a bartender. I made the most money in January, February, because people got Christmas money back. People are start getting their income tax money back, and people are want like around here. People are ready for in February. People are ready for spring, and so they're out going to restaurants, doing things because they just want to get out. So that's why I made a lot more money. But so I'm going to be listing. I'm just going to keep pumping them out because I expect January, February to be awesome too. And I'm sure Mr. Buys a Lot's going to be good at this. The best auctions are the ones that get that I said it earlier, but they get that stuff to you fast. He's got people working for him, but there's nothing worse than buying stuff and it takes forever if you're trying to resell it. There's some things that has taken time for me, but it was personal, so it didn't really matter. But when it's reseller stuff, reseller lots, I want that now. I'll pay extra. Just ask me. I'll give you $20 more. You know, heard. Sneaky. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, I believe it. You have a system set up. You have to have a system set up. You just have too much stuff going on. If you don't have a system set up, that never gets done. Thanks, Clay, for coming in the other night, bidding up and giving. I don't know if you got anything, but I know you were in there quite a few auctions. Yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. You're not going to have a good business if you take forever on it, and I get why. I mean, you run an auction, it's kind of long or whatever, but I've had a few problems. I don't think anybody that's had some auctions had some problems. Um, Pirate, West Side, man, they send that stuff out, boom, right to your door. I guess I missed something here. Used underwear. What is Toilet Girl still in here? What's going on? Wait, you could probably. Yeah, I should say Palmer going for $100 a pop. Yeah, truth. Unless I know ahead of time, you know. Storage legends. 2/3 of the time, it's pretty quick. The third of the time, it's like, what happened? Selling used underwear to Japan. It was probably Palmer. My buddy used to live in Japan. He sends over vintage stuff too in big boxes to people over there, probably at stores. He said that vintage shoelaces go for great money. I think that's right. Is that right, Kevin? Kevin was from my hometown, Walt Disney's boyhood home. Hey, good plan. Happens. That's why I didn't see the comment. Huh? Hey, hey, we're weird. We're. You blocked him. We'll figure it out later. I'll talk to him. He's all right. No worry, Jennifer. Um, it's weird to think that like there's vintage trucker hats from North Missouri going to Japan, going straight to Tokyo. No worries. I'll talk to him. Well, I've been on for too long. We got the auctions coming on. Who was the auction? Anthony and Nate and Mama. If anybody wants to throw that link up one more time so they can set a reminder before I sign off. My dog's ready to go play. Me too. There's a nice creek close to us that's fresh water that runs clean. So it's nice to take them up there and let them swim around for a little bit. Let them wear themselves out. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Is that Mama hip flipping Mama? Or is that Mama G? It's probably hip flipping Mama. Yeah, obviously. Because they have that Bible study together too. Is no one going to tell me what the GoFundMe's at or what? I guess I can go look. I guess it doesn't matter. It's pretty cool too. GoFundMe, you know, for a long time, I'm like, I don't want to do that GoFundMe. They take part of it. And then you look, I'm like, it's the same amount as PayPal. So it wouldn't even matter if you went straight to PayPal with email. You're still going to get charged the same. So excellent. That's wonderful. See you, Harry. All right. Well, better get off here. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody, and I'm glad Jennifer's gonna get that money. It was so weird because I think I decided, and I decided it for quite a while, and then I finally contacted Nana Trish about, I think it was 2 or 3 days before we decided that we were going to do it, and that's when she's like, "I'll get Victoria." We were trying to get more people. They wanted to have more people do like talent. I'm like, let's do auctions. People, let's throw talent in there every once in a while, but and that, I think it worked out perfect, where it wasn't too much of one thing, but it was more of just auction. But it was like 2 or 3 days before Jennifer fell and broke her wrist, and I'm like, wow, that's serendipity, you know. Like, I mean, knowing that we could help, and it was, it was. I can't imagine having to deal with all that stuff, but we planned it for a while, but we had planned it on that big auction and another time when there was something else going on. So I think we were doing something for Mama G. They were, I don't even know if I went to that. Anyway, so it took a little bit of planning, but it kind of made it better because I think we probably advertised it better that way. It was cool to have Dom come on there. You know, he's a big channel. And, he was fun. He's always hilarious. See you, David. See you, Jennifer. Appreciate you. Thanks, KJ. Thanks for all you did. Thanks, Dave, for putting in stuff. Really appreciate it. Dana's song was freaking awesome. Did you put it up on your? Did you put a short up with that? You should. And if anybody, before I sign off here, I was also thinking, Harry Tornado last year set up a thing where it was like buying your Christmas gifts from other resellers. So trying to go on their pages and go into their eBay pages and trying to buy through other YouTubers. Don't you think we should kind of do that? Because I think that would be fun, but we kind of need to. I think you set up like Sarths or something like that last year. I think we should make it something easy. But I think that'd be a great idea because we all have stuff. Like last year, I got like World Series baseball from 1982, a Cardinals baseball for like 12 or 15 bucks from, I think it was 12 bucks from Commonwealth Picker. I kept it. But it's amazing, like what kind of cool stuff's in everybody's eBay store. So if anybody ever has an idea, I'll promote it on my channel and I'll get behind anybody else if I don't start it myself. But if anybody has any ideas, I think it'd be awesome. If we're gonna spend money, might as well spend it from other eBayers, right? And not from Walmart if we can help it. A lot of stuff is new in box, cheaper than Walmart because they got a deal somewhere, you know. So, um, Donna Marie coming, Mary coming at the end. Thanks for all you did the other night too. You bidding and adding stuff and late again. I'm glad you're in our community, you two. But if anybody has any ideas, Two Hip Chicks too, if you're listening on that one, because I think that'd be awesome. Because I put my link to my eBay in my profile picture, you know, onto YouTube, and it's linked in my description. I think it'd be great, you know, try to get as many gifts as we can from each other. And if we're going to do that, we need to do that in the next week or so to try to get them here on time. But anyway, yeah, just an idea. Well, thanks, y'all. I got to go. My dogs are ready to go swimming. Peace.